rebel. Babe, can you see that? Snapchat, Instagram, Uchikila.
Hi everybody, my name is Vera and welcome to Her Hour. Finally, it's out. And I'm joined here by my amazing and beautiful co-host.
My name is Jordan.
I'm Tanatswa.
Yes, and we are here to basically talk about all things female, uncensored.
All right.
Yes, and we're just going to go all out there telling you about everything that's going on in the world of being a woman, and yeah, just have fun basically. That is the main idea.
I like how you assume you have a censor.
Right. And
But
I like how you assume everything is fun and games.
But it is though.
Right.
With us though, I feel like it is.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically we're just going to do introductions, I guess. Like, people need to know who we are. So I guess we'll start with you, Jordan.
Okay, so basically my name is Jordan, as I said already. For those people who don't pay attention, not throwing shade, but like
You're off.
So I am an activist for LGBTQIA+ rights. I mainly focus on trans rights because that is my arena. That is what relates to my experience. I am also someone who is very interested in a big, not part of, but like I love to be associated within the arts.
Yeah.
And within like just cultural things in the world. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's me.
Cool. Okay, so my name is Vera. I am a funky jazz Zimbabwean musician. I'm also the founder of the incubator ZW. I am passionate about the arts. I'm passionate about human rights in general. I hate to call myself a feminist, but I think I technically am. But I'm really passionate about women doing the most without
advocate.
any. Yes, I'm a women's advocate. Yes, I like that. I'm a women's advocate, and yes, super excited. I'm a recent actress too. Like, I've gotten back into the acting pool,
Wow.
so that's also pretty exciting.
She's Hollywood.
Soon, we'll all be Hollywood soon.
She's got that flowing gown, that red carpet. Someone put it
Yes,
out for her.
like I can see it right now. Like, yes.
yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah.
People like Taylor Swift will get what I just said.
Who is Taylor Swift, sis? Like,
She was
we
my
do not
childhood
bye.
favorite singer.
We do not condone.
Yes, we do. Well, I said, yeah. Okay, no. Sorry.
I can't
I
believe
don't
you
condone.
almost like semi.
I know. I changed my
Condone
mind.
what?
Taylor
Who are you
Swift.
with?
I'm Tanatswa, but apparently I'm not allowed to say I don't like defining myself. I just am. So I can basically say I'm a storyteller. Whichever form a story wants to come out, I sort of tell it as it is. And sometimes I've won writing competitions. Other times I've acted. Other times I've danced. And I'm also punishment. I'm passionate about the rights of anything, whether it's animals, humans,
Anything.
yeah, anything.
Oh, okay.
If it's got rights, I'm there. I'm like,
So,
if
would you like support terrorist rights?
And
I'm
pedophiles.
saying-
pedophilia rights.
They have rights too.
they have rights too. I'm saying, like, you know, that Hivos motto is your rights start before it hits someone. You're allowed to swing your fists before it hits someone's face. You get it? So as long as your human rights don't in any way inconvenience someone else's rights, then I'm there.
Okay.
So that is women's rights, LGBT rights, animal rights, eco life sustainability. I'm all
Black
for
rights, mixed race rights,
Black
Rights.
rights.
that's rights. Yes,
Right.
rights.
Yes, POC rights in general, like I'm over there. Even if it has nothing to do with me, I can see myself outside of who I am.
Oh,
So you can like relate to other people's rights,
Yeah.
basically. Okay, that's cool.
that's nice.
So,
I didn't know that about you.
and you guys have been friends for such a long time.
No,
This
I
is-
did. I'm playing girl.
I was wondering, I was like, wait, what? Like, you didn't know this? Well, I didn't know this about you, but okay. All right, so today's topic, well, basically, we're just going to talk about the theme actually is Daddy Look, It's a Girl, which
Is it?
we actually
Is it
initially,
a girl?
we initially were like, Daddy Look, It's a Boy, and then we like cancelled it out. We're like, no, it's a girl.
All right.
Because like, that's such a big deal. Like, we know how men want sons.
Especially in, I'm Shona because our tribe is determined by our fathers, right? So my dad was Shona, I'm Shona, and they would always talk about wanting an heir, and I'm like, Imba wo mambo, like the royal line, so like a royal heir. It literally doesn't mean anything in Zimbabwe. Like if I was born in England, it would mean something, but over here it's just a name. I still write combis like everyone else.
The thing is, like in England, does it still even like matter that much? Like
Prince Harry. Like,
no, but I'm saying that if he had a daughter, but like if he had a daughter first, like as a firstborn, like they would need to have a son. But if he had all daughters, then what was the game plan?
like in modern times, like in Europe, they've actually made it that girls are now in line for the throne, so it's not much of a big deal.
Yeah.
But in Africa, we're still very much.
He must carry the family name.
Yes.
Stupid.
Right.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like it's just weird. I think people still really find it so important to have a son because carrying like the whole thing about like carrying on with the family name.
Right.
And like. But my question is like, what if as a woman, like if I get married and I don't want to change my name and I want to keep my surname?
Then go ahead.
And I want my kids to also have my surname. Like I have a lot of single moms whose daughters have, like whose kids, like they give their kids their maiden surname.
I think like the thing is you carry the little thing for like 9 months and bloody hell, I mean, done it. If I don't have a name, if I don't have a say over the names.
Then it's just like a whole thing. But
like, you know what? This vagina stretches 30 centimeters to welcome these children in this world.
10, not 30.
That's almost the whole rule.
30, like, dude.
But still, it stretches.
I'm just like 30. Girl, like, how big is the child? Like, is the child walking out of the vagina like, I'm here, mommy.
I'm exaggerating
what
for
are you like envisioning for your own vagina?
Right.
Is that what you're ready for? Like 30 centimeters of a child coming out of you?
But like the fact that like not only do we bring life into this world, we sustain life. So even like if girls can't bring life into this world, how many people have had a female figure like support them to a point where they became successful? Oprah Winfrey, that guy who started Taibo, like almost everybody can talk about
it.
I forgot his name, but like almost everybody successful talks about having a female figure in their life.
Yeah, that's why they say behind every successful man is a woman.
Is that true? Is that true?
But okay, even if you look at the LGBT community, behind the success of the LGBT community were the trans mothers.
Right.
Yeah, but I think that it is true because like I think men need women to push them. Like you can find a focused guy, but a guy gets more focus in life because like he wants to get married or he wants to like support the family or whatever. And like normally you'll find that if a guy is dating like a hardworking woman, then he kind of really pushes a bit more and like I think he's more out there. And like because guys work hard, guys will want to floss their money because they're trying to impress a girl.
Do guys work hard? That's a really good question.
Okay, to be really honest though, I've seen a shift where lazy guys want hardworking women.
Right.
True.
Right. Oh my gosh, can I tell you this story? Oh my word. So there was this guy who was dating my friend and he was like to my friend, okay, my friend is she's not a super working girl, but she like works and makes her coin.
Yeah.
And basically she was dating this boy and he said to her, babe, I think it would be so cute if I just stayed at home and I let you have your career and I raised the kids.
Like a house husband.
But like, is that so bad though? Like, if you're working hard. No. Look at it this way, Jordan.
No, sorry.
No, Jordan.
I mean, like,
okay, that's just my perspective. This is my opinion and my view.
Yes.
That doesn't get me moist. That doesn't turn me on. That doesn't even make me like. That's
a house
not
husband.
cute.
But okay, if you
That
get home
doesn't
and
turn
you
me
cook
on
the terminology of I will let you have your. Why do I need your permission to have my career?
Yeah, true.
Oh, true. Hey. But you know what? If he was actually like,
I'm not a babysitter. I'm not here to like fucking fill your plate.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Okay, Jordan, look at it from this perspective. You're working, right? You have your 9 to 5.
Yes.
You've got your 3 different businesses you're running, and like you come home. And like he's cooked a full meal for you. He massages your feet. He runs a bath for you. He cleans up the house.
I can go to the spa for that.
disgust on your face.
I can go to the spa for that.
Okay, my opinion, I'm kind of neutral in
sometimes
this.
I want to come home and you're not home. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to come home every
Okay,
day.
he's buying groceries.
babe, I waited for you. I was cooking dinner.
But for some
No.
girls, that's like ideal. It's not ideal for me personally.
Yeah.
Like, if a guy's not working,
no.
it's not working.
It's not working, right.
But for
It
some
can't
girls,
work.
like, I've talked to some girls and they're like, really, I would love a house husband. And like a few years back when I was younger, out of that, I like a house husband too. But as I've matured into my own tastes and stuff, I've realized that
Right.
I'd
not
really like
practical.
a working man. And I would like to have a partner that gives me the option of staying home and looking after the house and children. And that's my personal choice.
Okay. I don't know. I feel like if he's doing everything, like if he's cleaning, he's looking after the kids, he's cooking for me, like, then I'm fine with having a house husband. Like, as long as like my paper is enough to sustain us to like, but like, I don't think that he should just be a house husband. Like, he must maybe work from home, have like a side hustle that's happening at the same time. Just like how I wouldn't want to be like a fully fledged housewife. Like, I think I would go mad.
I would go mad too. It's not like we think that it's like he's less of a man. It's just not.
I
he's
feel
not
like you
my
think
type
that he's
man.
less of a man.
Right. But to pull the conversation back to the fact that this is about it's a girl. We're not
Yes.
talking about the men.
Yeah, we're not talking about the men
Triggered.
yet. Yes.
That conversation triggered me, and I am moving on.
Yes, okay, so
Right.
moving on with the
Right,
discussion. Yes,
right.
the expectations of being a girl, and also like I guess also from like your journey of like, you know, that, you know, transitioning into becoming a girl and like
Right.
having like, obviously I'm sure you still have like
Right.
family members who are just like not even using the proper pronoun.
Right,
and
like
stuff
my
like
own
that.
immediate family is still very stuck in the concept of like, you know how the title is like, oh, it's a girl. For them it was like, oh, it's a boy, and they didn't think that I would like grow up and
Yeah.
They're like,
become like,
dang, it's a girl.
they were like, damn, what is this unicorn?
It's a
Right,
unicorn.
oh, damn, it's a fucking unicorn. Like, yes, right.
But like, I don't know, but has it just become like weird for you to like, obviously it's irritating like when you explain to someone and then like they still keep using the wrong pronoun or like,
Right.
and obviously there are some people who will like on purpose, like they will purposefully like be like, no, he said, and you're just like,
yes. People like to
excuse you?
trigger. There's this thing in society where a trans woman is not valid unless she is like passing and ticking every single box, unless she has had like the surgery. And that's
Yeah.
not a question you should ever be asking a trans woman is,
Yeah.
have you had the surgery? That's like none of your business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like going up to someone and being like, so are you circumcised? Or were you, do you get like
I would ask a guy that if I'm
Yeah,
in a relationship.
No, that's none of
If
your
we're in
business.
a
Are you
relationship,
kidding me? That
If I would
this
ask
goes
you
back
guys-
to my point of like the fact that trans women, you know, a whole lot of cisgender people have the privilege of private parts.
Yeah.
But when it comes to a trans person, they lose that privilege. It's like
Yeah,
it
'cause
becomes
people want to
public parts,
know.
and everyone wants to discuss people's parts.
I'm
When
not
it
talking
shouldn't
about
ever
like
be
the
like.
trans aspect. I'm talking
No,
about like if a guy's
that's what I'm
circumcised.
talking about. I'm talking about the trans aspect, which
Okay.
is like, in a trans person, there's no the right to having like private parts.
Yeah.
It becomes like
Or a
a
private
public
life.
discussion, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is that a girl or a boy? Oh, do they have a penis or a vagina? Oh, why are your titties so small? Or oh, are your titties growing? Or like it's such a disgusting way of approaching people. You know what I mean? And it also goes back to the idea of, if a woman has small tits, does that make her a man?
True.
Do you know
Well,
what
I've
I'm
seen
saying?
some cisgendered women who have like quad A's, so
Right. I'm like, these
they're
ideals,
like concave now.
body ideals are just so.
Like body shaming and stuff like that. Like the entire thing where you talked about tits and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like if our bodies don't conform to a certain image, we're
Right.
considered less female. Like for being a black girl, if you don't have the visible boobs
Right, big
and
boobies,
the big butt and the curves, you're considered
and
less
the
of a
tiny
girl.
little waist.
Yeah, and like a lot of my friends are like half boyish figures, but the black girls, and they feel less like a black woman because they're always told that, well, what's the point of being African if you don't have the African
Right, but
body?
this also
Yeah.
goes back to the idea of women being there for like the consumption of men.
Yes.
Women are not here. Women have not been like on this earth and walking this earth for men to consume us. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We are not here. The purpose of us being here is not for the male consumption, unfortunately. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We are so much more than like what I can do for you in the bedroom, what positions I can do to make you feel a certain way. You know what I
How
mean?
many children I can bear you?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And I'm
women are
not
not
a
vending
status
machines.
or a status symbol, hey?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, because society, like, we've grown up thinking that way, that you have to look pretty for a man so you can get married.
Right.
Like, you have to dress a certain way so you can attract a husband.
I'm gonna be honest,
Like,
though.
you're never told to
Right.
dress sexy for yourself.
Right.
Or to look pretty for yourself.
Right, or wear that lingerie for yourself.
Right, so that you can be
girl,
lying
like-
in bed and be like, I'm looking
Yes,
so sexy.
I
And it's like,
personally, oh my
all
gosh,
for you.
I personally sleep in like a red, cute silk negligee.
Hey.
And I'm like,
Advertising.
I don't have a man. I'm not advertising for
Anybody,
any of y'all.
yeah.
Like, I'm like,
But it's a
Unless
you
you're a
thing.
millionaire, unless you're a
it's
millionaire,
so- it's such a
billionaire.
me
Right,
thing. I'm
yeah.
like, when I go to sleep, I like lie there with my like, you know, my
Hair
little
did it,
negligee.
everything, you're just like, yes.
Let me
I,
film
like, paint my
myself.
nails and I'm like, oh, good night. Right.
But you know, personally for me, I'm gonna be honest, I do sometimes dress for the attention of the person I want to attract. Not for every guy,
I think that's all of us.
yes, but like the assumption that it's every guy and not specifically the guy I want, it's
Yeah.
like we don't have a
Ooh,
choice.
who is the guy?
Are you prepared to like let us all know? Maybe he's watching this or listening to this, and like this is your chance to like.
Okay,
No,
I
Come
will
on,
don't
tell
name
you.
drop. I say don't name drop. Don't do it. Don't do it because
I'm not name dropping, but if you think you're the guy, please send me your account details and I'll confirm.
Oh.
account detail.
But which account is this? Like bank account? Like
Forex
Instagram?
preferably.
Oh, FCA account. Okay, girl. We see
Offshore accounts are also permissible.
applicable.
Girl, what about Netflix account?
We have those in
Yes,
Zim.
we need, yes.
Oh,
What
okay.
planet are you
Right, we
living
need
on?
those Netflix accounts. So, like, I feel like Netflix, like, I feel like there's like a lot of things we need. Netflix, bank account,
Spotify, yes.
We need your Instagram, your
SoundCloud,
Facebook, so we can do a
YouTube.
deep dive.
Right, but even if you don't give it to me, I'm going to do
Find
the
it.
deep dive. Sorry.
All we need is your name, right? Just
Right,
you just need your name,
right,
your first name and
right.
last name, and we will
Y'all
deep
don't
dive.
know. Women are like FBI agents.
Right?
Like the real FBI agents. I'm sure that F stands for female. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Female Bureau of Investigation. right.
Because like, you can just get like I remember the one time when I broke up with my ex, and my friend, like, I went over to her house, we're like having drinks, and then she's
Right.
like, girl, she's like, I don't know if you want to know this, because I unfollowed him everywhere, and she's like, I don't know if you want to know this, but like I did a deep dive, and I was like, on who?
Right.
She's like, your ex, like he's dating this new girl, like we went and we found out, we knew how many tattoos this girl had,
Wow.
we knew what school she went to, we
Wow.
knew how many kids she had, like
Wow.
we went in and we're like, the whole
Okay,
evening
I'm
we're like,
getting scared
and
now.
this, and this. But the thing is, like,
We know everything
Wait.
about you.
we did nothing with that information though. That was
You know
what
the
was
thing
crazy.
is, I've had stalkers before, so I'm like,
Right.
it's kind of scary that another girl could be doing this when I've had issues with guys doing this to me.
Right.
But that's the thing, and like,
right.
that's life.
I think it's super cool to see like all the complexities of what it means to be a woman and what it means to like exist on this planet with that woman experience. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, definitely. I guess a good place to start would be like our personal, I don't want to say definitions, but like our experiences of being a girl, I
Right.
guess, or being women. Let me not say
Yeah.
girl, because girl makes you feel like
Female.
Like, five.
you're right.
Female.
Yes, being a female or being a lady.
Being a girl,
Yeah,
being a woman.
woman just feels a
girl.
bit motherly, like
Yes, but are you not a woman?
not yet. Like I'm a lady.
Woman.
Woman
Not
just
yet.
woman just
I
makes me feel
must
like I'm a
be
40-year-old
This is an
person.
intervention, sis.
woman.
It's time to grow the hell up.
Okay.
Yes.
And I
You're
am
a woman.
strong.
I'm a woman.
You are a woman.
Okay.
Yes.
I will own it.
I
am
can't
a
be
woman.
a mad woman.
This one is just like singing in the background.
Background music.
People are gonna be listening to this and be like, okay, were they drunk or
Insane.
high?
Right.
It's Saturday
Anyway.
morning, we don't know.
We don't know. Like it's a big question mark.
It could be anything.
Okay, so for me, I guess being a woman, I hate being asked a question like that
She
because
doesn't remember.
I don't remember. Like it's been such a long time when I was last a woman.
Right.
But like I think I guess it's a position of power because like we bring in so much. Like as a woman, we have the power to create life, like honestly, and to like create a whole human being. Yes, whatever, we need the sperm and everything, but like I feel like it's mostly on us, and I think that's like it means power. Like to be a woman means power.
Right.
It also means to be objectified a lot, and I hate that because
I kind of like want to like interject. Sorry.
it's fine. It's fine.
Because like you're kind of diminishing the experience of a woman who is unable to produce.
Yeah.
Like a woman who may not, maybe sterile, or a trans woman who does not has not got the option to like carry a baby
yet,
or like yes. Thanks.
But it's not just that in that aspect. Like it's not just about bearing a child. Being a mother, it's like no one else can be a mother. That's why it's called a mother's touch, a mother's love, a mother's embrace. And like even I think for each of us, you know, there's certain times when you're just like, it may not be your biological mother, but you have a mother figure because that's what it means. It's someone who's helped you to become who you are. Like your mother's make you who you are. I feel like that's it. So it's not just about like, okay, I've carried this on in my tummy for 9 months.
Can I add this to the story?
Yeah.
When I was 5, there was this white lady who stayed next to us, and she would always call me over to bake me cookies and stuff, and we'd bake them together. Yeah. And until now, I'm like 20. Neighbor.
Like your mom was out here like just letting you go and bake cookies and like.
No, my parents knew obviously, and then I would actually bring the cookies back home. But she was so kind and she was so sweet. I still feel her warmth and her kindness till this day.
Get those cookies.
Yes, but I still feel her warmth and her kindness to this day. And even though guys have been kind to me, like it hasn't made the same impact as that old lady did. Hey, that's the impact of femininity and the female form.
And it's just the same thing. Like I feel for me personally, if another girl comes up to me and says, "Oh my gosh, you are beautiful," that means way more than like if some random nigga in the club comes up to me and says that, "Oh, you're so beautiful," but like, yeah, I know. But like if a girl says it, like it comes with a bit more weight that like another woman like appreciates.
I don't know, sometimes girls are like really vindictive and mean and like they're like, "Oh, you're so beautiful." This time you have like lipstick on your teeth. Your eyeliner is like smudged.
I swear.
It's like, oh, I've never seen you any more beautiful than right now.
Let me tell you something. Too many girls are complimenting me. I'm probably looking ratchet. Like literally, if too many girls are complimenting me, I think I'm looking ratchet.
Right.
Really?
But yes, if
but
girls
it depends
are
on how they say it though. Like if someone says like you're pretty, then obviously
a pinch of salt, girl. I don't know.
Okay, no, but Jordan, when you came in and I was like, I like your pants, did you think that was coming from a salty area?
I was like, what about the rest of my outfit?
So and the top and the blazer, do you not see it as all put together?
I don't compliment, I steal. So I'm stealing your pants, I'm complimenting you.
So I think it's the context in which it's said. Like obviously there's a snide bitchy like
right.
It's
also like we will never like give someone the whole outfit. It'll be like, because I actually also did this. I was walking like in town just now and I saw this girl and her whole outfit was cute, but I picked out the shoes. I was like, I love your shoes. So actually it's
but that's true. Because it is true. Because I looked at your whole outfit, I was like, oh, like it was all thought process. I was like, that pants,
But another thing is, if enough girls aren't glaring at me and like giving me the eye, I'm kind of feeling like I'm not looking good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if enough girls are hating me, I'm like, I'm on fire today, hey.
Oh yeah, true.
But I'm very curious to hear, Tanatswa, what you think it means or feel it means to be a woman.
Yeah.
Just to go back to like what we were speaking about.
Okay, what it feels like to be a woman. I really don't like to be defined. Like literally, y'all are forcing me to define myself. But like, for me, being female is the very essence of being undefined for me. Because I feel like with everything that people try and throw to me, I have a chance to define what I am for myself as I overcome people's expectations. Particularly living in this very patriarchal and conservative society, like being able to blatantly talk about who you are, just who you are as a person before you're even female, is something that's part of my womanly experience.
Right.
But the thing is, can you avoid like identifying as a woman? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Because like you'll always like it's always gonna be a thing that like you're a girl, like you're a woman, like it's always going to be a thing. Like you're gonna walk into a place and someone will introduce you and it's like, oh, okay, you're a woman who's an activist, like isn't that like risky for you? Or you're a woman who's in the entertainment industry. Like it's always gonna be like, as much as we don't want it to be something that defines me, that okay, yes, I'm a woman, it's just my gender, like whatever, it's what I identify as, but it's not who I am. But like people will always make it a thing that because you're a woman, so your hair has to look a certain way. Like it'll always come back
like,
to that.
Fighting against that. Like when I'm in a workplace and they say, "Oh, you're the girls, go and cook or clean."
Exactly.
You know, they actually did this to a party I went to. Like there was no food, and I was like, "Dudes, what are the food?" And they took me and my friends and they took us to the kitchen. I'm thinking they're gonna give us food, and then they're like, "Okay, here's the pantry, and we have stuff you can cook." And I took all the other girls, and I was like, Bitches, please, no. We came here to party, not to cook for you all.
Right. But this goes back to the idea of like women for ages and ages, and the history of being a woman has been women like I was about to say fathering, but yes, fathering and mothering, like generations of children, literally like raising people and doing like taking on the responsibilities and the roles.
We should
so
take
many like
hashtag I'm not your parent.
Right. I'm not coming to a party to cook for you, babe. Like that's not.
This is not what I came for. Like you told me it's
I
a
wouldn't
party.
mind
not catering.
Like doing that for someone I'm in a relationship with, or my parents, or someone that actually has some standing
even,
in my life.
Even in relationship, that's even like in a relationship situation. You know, there's that whole become Mapoto thing, like that thing where they like when you go as a girl, then now you're like out in the house. Like my brother used to bring home his girlfriends a lot, and these girls would like my mom would be like to my brother, you have to clean up the house, blah blah blah. These girls would come home, they're cleaning the kitchen, they're cooking dinner, and I'm like, I wouldn't like.
That's not me.
Right? And these girls were like 18, 16, like they were babies. And I'm like, nah, fam. Like if you start doing this now, like you're gonna be.
What are you gonna be doing to your
Okay.
life? Like when
Literally
you're like
though,
30-something.
whenever I've gone over to someone that I've dated, they know me. Like, you do not ask me to do something, I offer. You don't come for me unless I call for you. And
okay, don't come for me.
yeah, because like, okay, what if I went to a guy and was like, spend money on me? That's your manly duty.
Okay.
Like people would call me all sorts of names and say I'm taking advantage of a guy. But if he does that out of the goodness of his heart, then I can appreciate that. Just like if I do it out of the goodness of my heart, you see that characteristic in me, and if you find that attractive, we have something going. Like if a guy doesn't want to spend money on me, that's fine. We're just not gonna be in a relationship, but that's fine.
Right.
But the thing is though, I feel like sometimes as women we expect certain things of guys. Like we fight for like equality. Like I know that we'll have this as a separate discussion one day, but like just to touch on it now. You know, when we're like, oh, we want equality, gender equality, but like, do we really want equality, guys?
I think that's so unattainable. It's so unattainable. It's like
I don't believe in equality. I believe in freedom of choice.
Oh my gosh, we want to save the planet. It's never going to happen, guys. Sorry to burst your bubbles, but it's just not going to happen. Like it's a nice goal to work towards and be like, oh my god, equality, let's do it.
Let's have it happen.
Yeah, equality. No, it's not gonna happen. It's cute. It's something to work towards and be like, oh yes,
we've made progress.
Right.
But is it necessarily about like us wanting equality? Maybe it's not necessary that we want equality, but we just want
freedom.
Not really freedom, but we want like a fair chance. Like we want. Just give us a chance also. Like, not saying equality, but like, you know, if it's in the workplace and it's an issue about salaries.
Right.
Like, if we have the exact same roles, me and another guy, like, I don't want it to be a thing that he gets paid more because, like,
he's a guy.
There's actually a country
and that
like, just illegalized paying women less than men.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I don't know what country it is. I saw it yesterday, like, on the news.
Yes, why can't that be Zimbabwe?
Yeah. And you know the thing
There's a long
is,
way to go, though.
and you know when you want
haven't even had a
money,
female president. I'm
Hey,
like,
imagine.
let's start with the small thing.
Let's start there.
But
At
you
least
know,
we had
like-
a female VP. Like, that was something.
Right. I think to be a woman is power, like you
Yes,
said.
yes.
It's so much power. It's so much of like being able to self-identify parts of yourself that other people are not able to identify.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because women don't have the privilege of being in a society where everything is built for them or for us. You know what I mean?
we have to fight for everything that we get.
Right.
Which comes back to the equality thing again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So for me,
Is it
being a
about
woman
equality though?
Right. It is.
Yeah.
Being a woman is fighting constantly, having
Yeah.
to fight for your position within society, which shouldn't be the case.
Yeah.
But it is the female experience.
That's
you have
so
to fight
true,
for
'cause
your right to exist.
Yeah,
Right.
you even have to fight, like even in a cultural setup, like, you know, the muroras, you have to fight to be the murora that's liked.
The one who gets to sit while
Right,
others are cooking.
exactly.
Right.
Like, 'cause everything
I
is
always
always
sit while
a
others are
battle.
cooking,
Like, you know, the oldest murora is the one that's automatically given that prestige, but like, you know, the other murora, like everything is always a fight. Even if it's like you're all working, and like it can even just be like this, that like you're fighting for like to get the most attention. You can be in an all-female band, and like there's the one person who's fighting to like, I also want to be seen, I'm playing the drums. Like everything is like, it's a
But I've
constant
sort of,
battle, like
since I was
everywhere.
young, maybe it's because I was an only child and like father's daughter and stuff, that I never really had this thing of
Okay,
cultural
daddy's
restraints.
girl.
No, like when we went to the village, you know, when they told women to sit on the floor and men sit on the raised level, and I was like, excuse me, I'm sitting right next to my dad over here.
But how old were you when this happened?
I was 8 to 9, but up until this day, I still sit where I want to sit.
Uh-huh.
And like when other women, old women, go to the village, they're woken up in the morning and they're made to guadama and greet all the men one by one, like.
Right.
And they don't do that to me because I think I've established the boundary. And people might say
your
that
dad established the boundary.
Yes, it's your dad. It wasn't
We
you.
have to, yeah.
It's not about
we
you,
have to be
sweetie.
very reticent
Like-
of the fact that like your dad is the one.
but he's
who,
no
like,
longer there. So what?
No, no, no,
Yes,
but because he started it that way.
He was
So
like, this
if
is my
it was your
child.
mom who did that, the makua would have been like, my Ningi, spoiled.
Right.
She can't even raise a proper daughter. But it's because your dad kind of put you on that level.
Right.
Then now everyone is like,
Right.
that's
So
the
are
status
only
quo.
given positions because of men?
Culturally,
Kind of, I
unfortunately,
guess.
yes.
That's
Even when
problematic.
you're like, oh yes, she's the first female president. The people who are going to like be behind the scenes delegating are men, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Like
That 1% are
this is
men
where
that
it goes back
dictate
to the
that so and
idea
so is a
of like
president.
equality is an illusion.
It is.
It is such an illusion.
It
I've never
is.
really believed in equality like the way we want to emphasize it, where basically for me, what it's become, it's women, society trying to turn women into men.
Yes, and that's not the point, because that's what's like, we need to enjoy the fact that we are women, because
Right.
I like the fact that a man has to open a door for me. I don't want that to stop, because equality,
I
because
like
I
the
have
fact that he
men,
covers the bills.
right?
Right.
You know, men will now start saying that, no, but gender equality, so I won't open the door for you, I won't pull out a chair for you, but I'm like, nah, boo boo,
Right.
we're not talking about that kind of equality,
Right,
right?
right.
And
Take
then
notes, men listening in the background.
our film crew is a crew of men, so hint hint, wink wink.
Nudge, nudge.
Yeah, I'm very like, I wonder what it feels like to be the man behind the camera, listening
Let's
to
make
all
us having this conversation.
and being like us here sitting like attacking the
They're like
men,
booing in the
my
background
God,
now.
men are this, men are that, men are trash, men are what, and
I
they're
don't
like
believe
sitting here
men are
like,
trash.
but you are on this camera.
I don't
You
think
are-
men
You
are
see,
the
right?
problem.
We are the ones editing the show for
Hey,
you.
let me say
No, we
this,
appreciate
hashtag-
the men behind the scenes. Thank you.
Right.
Hugs and
Hashtag men are
kisses.
not trash.
Yes,
Maybe
they're
I'm not
not
the only
trash.
one who says this, but I think men are wonderful.
Sorry, men are
Some of
fucking
them,
trash.
I think men are wonderful. Wink, wink, nudge,
As a
nudge. I need a
collective,
time.
this is a collective statement, guys. I'm going to defend the statement right now.
Okay.
Men are trash because men perpetuate rape culture, gender-based violence. Men perpetuate homophobia, transphobia. The number one cause of death amongst trans people is what?
Men.
Men.
Yeah.
Exactly. The number one cause of violence against women is what?
Men.
Thank you. So why are we going to sit here and be like, oh, men are not trash. Men are
Okay.
trash.
No, do you know
I'm
what my
not going to
issue
say-
is? I don't like it when I don't like general statements, because it's because of general statements that
Unfortunately,
breed hate.
The point of generalizing the statement is to be like, those of you who are not within the generalization,
Yeah.
stand out.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Stand up more,
Reclaim your manhood. Reclaim the parts of society that your fellow brethren have stolen from you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the majority are trash.
True.
Therefore, we will look at all of you as trash. Right.
That's true, I guess.
I
I
understand
get
that
your
point,
reasoning.
but my reasoning behind that is it's a bit counterintuitive because
Y'all are just trying to
I've-
get men. Just say that. You're like, men are not trash because your boyfriends are listening and you're
Dude,
like, oh,
I will
he's
literally
not going to
tell.
give it up tonight. Like, no.
Look, I will literally tell guys all of this. I'm always fighting with guys about women's rights and stuff like that and calling them out on the bullshit. But I say men are not trash for this reason, is that I have known men who have done wonderful stuff, and I don't believe in, because I
The devil
hate,
can do wonderful stuff, babe.
yes, who do not perpetuate those things, and I find it unfair
I'm
that
not
they
a
get
man
bunched
hater
together.
for those people who are like, oh my gosh, feminists.
Yes, but that's the thing. I think for
I
fear-
am feminist, and I would say, like, hashtag Me Too was powerful, but hashtag Men Are Trash was counterproductive.
It was
It was
It can
counterproductive.
be counterproductive, but it brought to light so many important issues.
Yeah, so then do it
Let's
under a
also-
different theme, like the Me Too movement.
It served its purpose.
Yeah.
Let's say it's time to bury men are trash.
Yes,
guys.
exactly.
Because we are now at the stage where men are very conscious of their toxicity within society.
Not in Zimbabwe.
Within like women.
You know, like, I
And that's
just
why
had
you
this
have allies. You have
conversation.
allies of you have allies who are feminists. You have allies who are, allies of the
Gender allies.
Gender allies and stuff like that. The trans allies, the LGBTQ allies.
Right.
So the thing is, the minute we use general statements, because we had like a workshop earlier this year, and that issue came up where someone was like, no, cis men are trash. And I was like, you can't say that, because we have allies.
We also have trans men who are very trash.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
have women who are
everywhere.
trash. We have trash women,
Women
guys.
are
Let's not
also
lie. They're
trash.
also trash women.
Right.
So now when you
there's
start,
toxic femininity as well as toxic masculinity.
exactly.
Right,
So
but I
we-
think the point
Yeah.
point of the men are trash thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people lost context.
Yes, and that's
it was
becomes a
not
problem.
attacking men. The point of it was to make a shocking statement. This goes back to like broadcasting 101.
Yes.
Make a shocking statement and then everything else follows. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
exactly.
Like the shocking, get the shock, get the attention, grab the
Yes.
attention. Now that you've got my attention,
Now I can
I
say
will
my
explain
message.
to you why I have made this statement. You know what I'm saying?
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Right.
So, unfortunately for today, because I know we could probably do a podcast for like 5 hours
Right.
on this topic, and that's why we've had to segment everything, and
Right.
like next week we're going to have a different topic,
Right.
and we have an interesting guest next week.
Do we?
Yes.
Is it me?
Of course it's you, Jordan. You and another important guest.
Right.
She plays netball. She's traveled to the
Which means she's
UK,
not
to the
American.
US,
No tea, no shade.
Ethiopian. No, she's not an American. We'll give you that. But she's a very important person. And
So it's definitely me, guys. I'm kidding. I'm playing.
Played netball?
I'm playing.
yeah, so maybe she has.
I can. Okay.
So we're super excited about our episode next week. Please make sure that you like our Facebook page, like our Instagram, follow us individually as well. Your handles.
My handles are on Instagram. It's STHJRDN, and then on Twitter it's STH with an underscore and then JRDN.
Someone stole the
So
name.
yes. Excuse me. Yes, actually no. I'm like,
You have to specify.
why are
this.
you ruining my domain? Like I could have had it all.
It's
but
okay,
then-
you will. With this one, you will. And mine is Vera_ZW or VeraZW. And the podcast will be on Incubator ZW on all social media platforms.
And my Instagram account is Tanatswa at Metamorphosis of Me. The underscores over there,
At
but just
what? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
at Metamorphosis
Thank you.
of Me.
Right.
Like you'll find other ones, but there's only one Tanatswa.
All right.
Yes. So, yes, make sure you follow us. Make sure you follow the conversation. If there's anything that you want us to talk about, if you even want to be a guest, like, depends on how cool you are. I'm joking.
She's not.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
I'm no shade.
I'm joking.
We can't have boring people. Bring your fire.
Yes, but yes, if you want to be a part of the show, part of the podcast, you can just hit us on our inboxes, slide into those DMs. Even if you're a
DMs,
guy, you can slide into the DM and we'll
Yeah,
we'll
even if you're a guy,
consider
we'll like look at you and be like,
and we'll do our deep dive.
right.
Yes, so thank you so much. This is Vera signing out.
I'm not gonna sign out because that's so cheesy. Bye.
Hola. I mean, is that how you say bye? I mean, ciao.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Imagine. Bye, Tanatswa.
Bye, Felicia's.
Ciao. Msora Jwakanak. How do you say it in Ndebele?
That was a lot.
Tonight I might fall in love, depending on how you hold me. Tonight we must paint this town, queen of hearts and